Okay, cool. All right, perfect. Last but not least, we have Will. It's his last days. Give him a round of applause. We don't have a lot of time, so we're not going to go over the opportunity today, but we will go over Will today. It's been an amazing journey. I had a speech from him last week. We talked at his going away. Man, I'm not going to beat the dead horse on how proud I am of Will and how impressed I am and his level of enthusiasm to come back and work with us here and to learn what he needed to learn, and he's on his way to going back to Louisville to take over that market and absolutely crushed it, dominated, and I'm just really proud. Not only is he one of my mentees, but he's also a good friend of mine before coming to work with us here. I've known Will for years now, and he's just a great character. He's just a great person, and man, and that's when I think about leaders, I think about character, and when I think about character, I think about Will. When you think about people and you start to label, not that you're judging people, but in a way, you do have your own identity when you're trying to identify who this person is in your life. And not only is he a great mentor to others, he's a great person, man. He's just an outstanding citizen. And I love working with Will. I'm very proud of Will. I can't wait to see him grow an organization. I can't wait to see him promote outside promotion. He's done it before. Will's had promotions. How many have you had in Max? 4. He's had 4 promotions in the past. I cannot wait to be a part of his journey. I cannot wait to see him promote 4, but with my help, promote to 8. And I want to be a part of that. And I'm really excited for his growth, and I'm really excited about his future, and just thoroughly impressed. The management training program is based on how long you want to take. Not me. It's based on how long you want to take. How long did it take you to get promoted this time around?
3.5 months.
3.5 months. So coming back into the office, introducing as, none of you guys knew he was an owner before.
No.
None of you guys knew. We didn't. We wanted it. We wanted it. We wanted it to be that way because it's not about nepotism. It's not, I like Will. He's a good friend of mine. Before we were drinking buddies. Okay, and whatever that means is we hang out. Water down. My liver humble. Sure. Okay. And so yeah, he's a good buddy of mine. But we didn't allow our relationship impact our working relationship. He understands the importance of what Mr. Ortiz is. He understands the importance of LVPM, our embodiment of a business. He understands all of those things, and he's just been ride or die 3.5 months, and he's qualified. So I'm really impressed. I'm really proud, and I'm really excited to be a part of his journey and his future. So let's give him a round of applause. Thank you. Last thing from Will, and then do you want to finish, or do anybody have something to say about Will before he leaves, and then we'll end with Will if you have anything quick.
Real quick.
Go ahead, Brian.
Just like Mr. Ortiz said, Will is a perfect example of a leader. The first time I met Will was when I went to Kentucky. The first thing I said when he started speaking, I'm like, I need to start speaking like that. Like the way just the simple sentences he says, it has so much enthusiasm. Like that's why he does so well in the business. So he's a perfect example of somebody we should all try to be closer. Like, when it comes to being a leader, when it comes to just speaking to people in general, he sounds so passionate. Like we need to be more like that.
Anybody else? Yeah, we love it. Anything else? And it's okay if you don't, but if you do, because a lot of you guys already had your speech on going. Anybody else to add? Go ahead, Kayla.
I know I did a speech earlier. I just want to let you know I appreciate you and everything you've done for us here, and just coming in here and lighting all of us up on fire, and giving us a good example and a role model to also look as up to, besides Mr. Ortiz and Miss Leisha. And I'll see you in R&R next year.
Let's go!
I just want to say once again, I'm forever grateful for you. Just taking me underneath your wing and showing me the ropes and just building me up into somebody that I know I can be and just being better. So thank you, and I can't wait to work with you someday.
Okay, I'll be quick because I know we got we got more important things to do today other than, me getting promoted. We gotta go out here and kick butt in the field, right? So I'll start off with just a real quick story. You ever heard the story of the two shoe salesmen? Two shoe salesmen? So this is the story about perspective, and it relates to me. So once upon a time, there were two shoe salesmen, right? And both of them had booming companies. And they were based here in the United States, and they said, okay, we sell shoes. Ladies' shoes, men's shoes, women's shoes, kids' shoes, the whole nine, right? Yeah. So another big company called them and said, we got a huge opportunity in Africa, right? This big old place in Africa that said, there's an opportunity for you guys to kind of expand your business. So one of the first shoe salesman, talked it over with his wife. He said, you know what, hey, honey, we got an opportunity. I'm going to go and check this out. Let me see what's going on. So he hops on the plane, flies all the way across the world, right, goes to this place, and he gets off the plane, and he looks around, and he says, nobody's wearing shoes. He literally says this, nobody's wearing shoes. He says, I can't sell to anybody. Nobody buys shoes out here, right? Nobody's going to buy shoes. How can we ever grow a business out here? Nobody wears shoes. How are we going to do it, right? Hops on the plane, goes back home, tells his wife that they're not going to take the opportunity, and goes on about his life, right? The second shoe salesman goes, hops on this different plane, goes there, same place that the first one went to, and he gets off the plane, and he's so excited because he looks around and he realizes nobody has on any shoes, right? He literally says nobody has on any shoes. He calls his wife freaking out like, oh my God, we have this huge opportunity. Because now we can actually, if nobody's wearing shoes, that means we can do what? Sell to everybody, right? So in this business, the moral of that story is, I think the first guy who went on that trip was me. I think that first guy on the trip when I first started in this business, I was kind of more so in my head. I doubted the opportunity. I doubted the products that we represent. I wasn't sure if this was the right opportunity for me, right? But luckily, I had good people in my life like Mr. Ortiz and Miss Laisha and good mentorship around me to kind of keep my head on focus in regards to the bigger opportunity of being able to look at things from the right lens. I then became that second guy who went out there and really saw the opportunity. And that's when I decided to take the opportunity serious. So whenever guys and girls ask you, how long have you been in the business, it's not how long have you been in the business from the day you started, it's how long have you been in the business from the day you actually started taking it serious. Right? Because I know people who've been in the program for sometimes even a year, right? But it took them a little while to really kind of get the right perspective on the opportunity. So then when I ask them nowadays, how long have you been in the business? Well, I took it seriously just 3 months ago. And 3 months ago, now I'm getting promoted, right? So for you and your journey, just remember, the journey starts when you decide to take it serious. Because we prioritize the things that we want in our life. My question is why not prioritize the opportunity to get you what you want in life, right? This all we can do is provide you the opportunity. We can't work harder for you than you're willing to work for yourself. So for me, I'm really super excited to go back to Louisville, Kentucky to grow my organization. I have a lot of big plans, and not just taking over Louisville, but also really dominating in other programs as well too. As I said to a lot of you guys and girls before, the experience that you're gaining here at Las Vegas Spring Marketing is literally priceless. One thing you can't pay for, ladies and gents, is experience. And the experience that you're getting here gives you the ability to run multiple programs. Think about that, ladies and gents. For those of you who are new, this may seem normal to run 5 programs in one office. That is very, very, very abnormal. Very, very, very abnormal. But in a very, very, very good way, especially for you, because you have the ability to cross-train for some of you leaders. You're literally getting more experience than a lot of the owners that have been in the business 5, 6, 7 years, who can only who we like to call one-trick ponies. They can only sell one product. But the reality of it is, who cares about the product? If AT&T went out of business tomorrow, shit, I'll be selling Verizon the next day. Who cares? It's not the product that matters. I love this guy. He knows I love him. He knows I love him. Of course we love AT&T. Absolutely. You are amazing. Okay, but my point is, ladies and gents, my point is that it's the systems, it's the management training programs, it's the systems that's been set up for you to be able to be successful no matter what product we represent. okay? It's the management training program. Guys and gals, when people ask you what you do, it's not I stand inside a Sam's Club and I sell AT&T. It's not I stand inside a Costco and I sell Reborn. It's not that I sell Singe. When someone asks you what you do, when someone asks me what I do, somebody asks me, what do I do?
What do you do?
I'm in a management training program where I represent Fortune 500 and Fortune 100 companies and big box retailers all across the nation. Does that make sense? That sounds a whole lot better to tell the person you love as opposed to, I sell cell phones inside of Costco. So cell phones not Sam's Club. That's not what you do. This is much bigger than that. So ladies and gents, please don't take your eye off the ball. I want to make sure I give a shout out to B. I'm really impressed with this young man because he's a prime example of what this opportunity can produce at such a young age.
Yeah.
You guys and gals have literally an example right in front of you. For all of you doubters, all of you naysayers, all of you people who got an excuse, this is the answer right here. If anything, he's shown you that he can literally, just the fact that you're taking on a family, the responsibilities that you're taking on, man, for you to be such a great leader, and you still got room to grow, but the fact that you started on that journey now is a true testimony, I think, to what everyone can aspire to in this office. So good job on you, Brian. Ms. Brittany, I really don't, if there's anybody who's been more honest in this company, I don't think there is anyone more than Brittany. She's definitely been an inspiration to me. She said, I still take this to my heart. She said in the Impact one day, she said, don't start the day off thinking that you're going to get better. Start the day off knowing that you're better from the day before. And that has stuck with me since the day she ran that Impact, right? And it's so important to be able to surround yourself with other guys and gals who think like yourself. Miss Laisha literally holds me accountable, okay? Literally holds me accountable. I'll never forget she sent me, she sent me home because I was late one time. I was late. I was late. But listen, the point is I had to take responsibility for my actions, right? The easy thing to do is it's so easy for us to point the finger in terms of why things aren't going our way. It's so tough to be able to look in the mirror and hold yourself accountable. And Ms. Laisha definitely has shown me what it means to be able to hold myself accountable. She's been what an example for me to be able to go back and impact my guys on holding them accountable and setting up the systems in play to be successful. Ms. Laisha, I really appreciate everything that you've done as far as teaching me what I need to do to be successful as an owner. And Mr. Ortiz, what can I say, right? He drives a freaking Lamborghini. Right? And if there's anybody I'm trying to aspire to, I realize, me and Mr. Ortiz have been friends for a little while now. The reality of it is, ladies and gents, he started in this business like a year and a half before I did. But I tell you my flaws. I have no problem accepting my mistakes. I got comfortable. And that was wrong. I didn't have the mental. I wasn't taught the things that you guys and gals are getting taught right now. And that's why it was so important. When I could have picked any other national or regional to go and learn from, I decided to come and learn with Mr. Ortiz and Ms. Laisha because I understood what their purpose was, and it wasn't the sales. Their purpose was to help teach, train, and develop as many people to be able to grow our organization. Okay? So for all of you who are really skeptical, for those of you who are new, for those of you who are kind of in the midst of your journey, those of you who are still trying to decide if this is the right business for you, I'll ask you this. What's the other option? No, there is an option. No, there's another option. Listen, and I don't want to make it sound like that other option is a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with the 9 to 5, ladies and gents. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with being a blue-collar worker. There's nothing wrong with getting up, going to work for the CTA, the bus services, the train services, the people you see out there working on the roads, doing all that hard work. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I need somebody at Burger King making my burger.
That's right.
What you expect? Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
Right? It just is what it is. It's just a matter of choice. It's just a matter of choice. You have two ways to make money. You can either do physical labor, or intellectual labor. Me personally, serving in the United States military for 7 years, I've done my part physically. I remember when I was on the flight deck, carrying on the bow, carrying anchors, like anchors of a ship, literally carrying it. Like I've done my hard work. I'd rather make money, using my mind.
Yes, sir.
And you mean to tell me I get this opportunity and all I got to do is just go out here and talk to people? You joking, right? You say I can make what? And I can do, all I got to do is what? and all I gotta do is have a great work ethic, maintain my attitude, and get the job done, oh, y'all don't know who y'all fucking with. Because I've been through way worse. And I'm pretty sure everyone in here has been through way worse than somebody telling you no or you losing your attitude. So all I'm saying is hold yourself accountable and knock it off. Get to the next level. Let's focus on doing what we need to do to get promoted. You know, I Will Enterprise, ladies and gents, stay tuned, be tuned, in tune. I really look forward to seeing you guys at R&R if you so decide to go. So other than that, guys, go. Thank you.
Very powerful.
That was amazing.
That was one of the best speeches I've heard from a promotion in my 8.5 years of being in this business.
That was amazing.
That was the quick version.
And that was a quick version. And I'm very inspired. I'm fucking like, whoa, what the fuck? I should work for Will. You want me on your team, huh?
Well, follow me on my social media.
Yeah. It makes me want to work for Will. Fuck, Louisville, I'm on the first train. They got trains still? No. Shit. Anyways, I love it. Thanks, Will. I'm really inspired. Love his speech. Wow, really, really powerful. Guys, just so you know, Will is getting promoted. We are sitting at 57 offices as an organization.
Let's go!
I have 57 franchises I manage across the United States. And our organization is north of $400,000. I'm pending national consultant promotion. I'm just waiting for it. And I can't wait to see what he does. 4 promotions. I cannot wait to see him get to 10. That'll put us at 57 to 67 overnight. Our goal this year is to get to 100 offices by the end of the year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I really hope that some of you guys get promoted and I don't rely only on Will to help get all of these markets filled.
Yes, sir.
And with all these programs and campaigns. And I'm really excited and ecstatic. So we'll leave you with that. Man, I'm just inspired. Who's ready to run through a wall? Don't do that. Don't do that. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. Okay. That's gonna hurt. All right. All right. Who's gonna get us out? Will.